Yeah, welcome to the dojo, baby, man. Have no fear, TyKwonDoe is here, man. So I'm gonna be basically including y'all in this whole behind the scenes process leading up to the speech I have to give to this class. Now, if you don't know what's going on, basically, a professor from my old university hit me up and was like, yo, I see what you're doing on the YouTube thing. We'll let her have you come speak to the class and speak about the journey, you know what I'm saying? Growing this channel from 0 to 100,000 plus subscribers and giving them some, you know, chat about that. And, you know, give them some motivation and some insight on the process. I should put the message right here so y'all should be able to see like how the conversation pretty much went. But leading up to that, I met with the professor last Friday, which was like the end of October, like the last Friday in October. We had a really good conversation about life and just about like deep topics in general. So one of the things he talked about was when I go in this classroom, it's gonna be mainly donate demons. It's like, no, let me get more serious. Basically the class is like for people with like a communications major, digital and media marketing or something like that. I'll figure out that specific detail later, but the class that he teaches goes over all this kind of stuff, the stuff that I do online on a day-to-day basis. You know, with running the business, with expanding the business, with keeping up with it. I'm my own marketing team, editor, thumbnail maker.
Better than you, my shape up better, my car faster, my trip better.
Social media manager, assistant, everything, bro. Now, if I'm being real with y'all though, I'm gonna do a little bit of preparing and I'm gonna try to like include y'all in on that because proper preparation prevents poor performance. You never wanna just wing something. Now, mind you, I'm an excellent public speaker. If y'all don't know this will not be my first time giving a speech or like a title. You have limits and expectations, but when you're yourself, the sky's the limit.
Pose, photo shoot. Roger. Fuck that bitch, try to put the fee on it. That put the free on it.
I think I'm gonna have the floor for like 45 minutes. This will not be my first time giving a speech or doing something like this. I actually love public speaking. I have no fear of public speaking, bro. I love to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because mentally, I see it as like an opportunity that I get to talk to people and hold their attention and use that for a good purpose. So I always looked at it as a bright side, like not like a bad thing, not something that makes me nervous or it triggers my anxiety. The kind of anxiety I have though, I found out it comes from like knowing I'm about to do something. So like imagine your hand is raised, right? And you're waiting to go next and your teacher tells you you're gonna go next. That kind of shit would trigger my anxiety. By the time I go, I'm good. But knowing I'm next or like the build up to that shit, like the to a roller coaster, bro, that's what kind of triggers my anxiety. But as far as thinking about it and going on the stage, I'm gonna enjoy it and I know I'm gonna love it. So what I just did now is I just got done packing. I didn't even show the bag, but I just got done packing. You know what I'm saying? A little Dooney travel bag. And I'm about to be on my way up to the university. I'm gonna spend the night the day before just so I can be ready and prepared easily since the class is at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So stay tuned, baby. Alright, it's currently 2 o'clock and this shit won't focus, man. Alright, it's currently 2 o'clock in the morning on the campus of the college. This is a part of the preparation it takes. Bro, got this PowerPoint shit going the night before. This is some of the things I'm gonna talk about. These pictures might not make sense now, but they will tomorrow, so catch y'all when I get to that shit. See you tomorrow, boys. Showtime, baby.
For this moment, we have an actual student here who's only 20 years old, so he's the age of most of you all in the classroom, if not younger, which is pretty great. He's been able to build a great platform for himself on YouTube and Patreon, which we discussed earlier this week. So I want to introduce Ty, and I will hand it over to you. I will be happy with you all.
Good to go. Well, hello everyone. My name is TyKwonDoe, aka TyKwonDoe. Most people call me Ty though. So as you see, I have a booming YouTube channel, kind of like cut off the views and stuff like that. But between my top 3 videos alone, it's over 1 million views. I've grossed over like around 20 million views on all social media platforms combined. I primarily use YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon as for like forms of currency. And with that being said, I make over $250,000 in my chair, sitting in my room. Now, I have 115,000 on YouTube. This screenshot was like taken last night. 21,000 on Twitch as an official partner. 15,000 on Instagram. 2,600 on Twitter. I use it the least. It's probably one of the most boring platforms, but it is funny. And here's what I started with January 1st, 2021. 99 Instagram followers, 5 Twitter followers, 210 Twitch followers as just a regular Twitch streamer, and 37 YouTube subscribers. Now, to add more context to this, I didn't start growing until like April, like mid-April. So I probably had like 47 YouTube subscribers going into April. With that being said, one of my best months in like the past 6 months is July. I went from 20,000 subscribers to 50,000 subscribers that same month. So what separated me from the version of me that was making videos, creating content, you know, going to school at the same time and not growing and not seeing any results? That's why I had Dr. McCool ask a question last night, and I was like, you know, what do you guys feel like separates you from your best self most? Did anyone get a chance to see that and open that email? Any answers? It could be one word answers. I just want to know what people think about themselves. Anyone want to go? Any volunteers?
That was like, for me, that was a hard question. I was like money at first.
Money?
But then, I think I just like procrastinating personally.
Procrastination. Yeah, that's one of the most common ones. You know, we just don't do what we know we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone like lack of discipline, confidence? Any issues with that on camera?
My time management sucks.
That was a big one for me. Time management was terrible. It low-key still is terrible, but like I'll talk some more about that. Like things I did to overcome those like barriers between me with 37 subscribers to me with 115,000 and growing between 400 a day to like 1,500 subscribers a day every single day. So with that being said, I want to talk about like those barriers between you and your best self. So already, number one, if you can recognize the problem, you're 99% of the way done to solving it. It all starts with, you know, knowing yourself. So for me personally, I was a procrastinator, you know what I'm saying? I turn that assignment in at the last second. Like, might even not even get it in. Might just hit my 8 professor, y'all was sick. Turn it in, it's gonna get in there, I get a grade, right? So with that being said, how you do anything is how you do everything. So being as though I was half-assing my effort in class and just getting by with enough, the same thing was reflecting in my channel. And once I started to realize, like, everybody gets 24 hours in a day. So you just have to choose like how you make up your time. And it's not that big of a deal. Like I don't like the word motivation. Like everyone talks about motivation. I want to be motivated to do it. I've been uploading every day for like the past 6 months. Not based off of motivation, but based off of like my lifestyle, my habits. So as we talk about these barriers that separate you from your best self, don't look at it as I have to get better at something. Look at it as I have to become something. Because when you make it normal, when you normalize a certain lifestyle, when you normalize like a certain version of yourself, it's like it's autopilot damn near. Like you don't even have to put an effort to be what you are. You know what I'm saying? So taking a look at this, let's talk about like the bigger picture. Now this picture is blurry as hell. I don't know why it came out like this, and it's a little random. This is my idea of leadership. It's a shepherd leading sheep, you know what I'm saying? Not to call my community sheep or anything like that, but this is just a picture that resembles leadership to me. Here's why I make my videos every day, why I upload, why I get up. I get up with the intention that I do, the purpose that I do, and I hold myself to the quality that I do. Going back to when I was a student at this university, because I took this semester off, I was a cell and molecular biology major, pre-med in the honors program. The whole reason for me doing that and trying to go to medical school, it was just all about like representing success. I know the neighborhood I grew up from, I'm from West Philadelphia. All our neighbors did the same thing, all our neighbors were the same thing. I don't know one neighbor I had back then that had even a bachelor's degree, let alone, if I could ask, a high school degree. So with these like role models and lack of representation, that does something to you subconsciously. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't see someone who looks like you in a position of success, you don't really even get to imagine yourself in that position. You don't even get to say like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, because it seems absurd. Vice versa, if you grow up in a community where there's nothing but lawyers and doctors and firemen scattered on in your neighborhood, that would seem like the bottom, that would seem like the standard to you. You know what I'm saying? That would seem normal. whereas though for someone else that's an unattainable goal. So I knew by going to university, going to college and choosing such a major, that when I became a doctor, that one door that I walked through will open 10 doors for at least 10 people behind me. So that impact was more so focused on a community level. But thank God for the power of the internet, because now I get to make videos who touch areas of the world like UK, Australia, South Africa is another big part of my community, all the Caribbean islands, like it's all over the world now. But even though I took off from school, even though I changed routes a little bit, my goal never changed, my purpose never changed. So you have to remember that why in what you do, because you have to hold yourself accountable always. Like anytime you get that thought to yourself, you feel like, I could have did better, or I should have did that, act on that thought. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it slip away. Don't let it walk away from you, because it's just that simple. You do or you don't. So to get into like the bigger picture of like content creation, Dr. McCool tells me y'all was talking about monetization earlier this week. This is why this is so major. This is why people make so much money doing content creation, making videos. And some people are worse than me. Like I make videos doing like dating advice, life advice, and just like vlogging and stuff. Some people just dance, you know what I'm saying? If you want to just dance on videos, do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? That's tough. But they have something called like the creator economy. I promise you I'm not going to go full lecture mode with this. But it's defined as the class of businesses built by over 50 million independent content creators, curators, and community builders, including social media influencers, bloggers, and videographers, plus the software and finance tools designed to help them with growth and monetization. Now, there are 3 top trends in the creator economy, and I'm going to talk about the most important one last. But number 1, creators moving their top fans off of social networks and onto their own websites, apps, and monetization tools. So this is like if I make YouTube videos and I say, hey, follow my Instagram, follow Twitter, follow Patreon. Because we know that with Patreon, you can serve exclusive content, and you can provide a whole different value and charge at the rates you want to. Now, I'm not as extreme as some people, but I know another content creator that I'm friends with. He charges $100 to speak to him for 10 minutes. People do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you can do when you leverage yourself as a content creator, as a brand, and as a product, rather than I'm just on the internet making videos, because it's bigger than that. You might want to have fun. I have fun with it. If you ever watch one of my videos, like I talk a lot of trash, I have fun in my videos, but I always try to make sure I'm sharing some sort of knowledge and dropping some sort of information on the viewer and providing some value. Some people fake videos, some people do pranks, some people just vlog their daily life. Whatever your impact is as a creator, just do it with some intention. The viewer really feeds from that intention. Anybody can look at you on camera and tell if you're uncomfortable. They can tell if you want to record this video. They can tell how enthusiastic you were recording this video. Even standing up on the stage, if I came up here and was like a little scared or a little nervous, y'all be able to see it in me. Y'all be able to hear it in my voice. All of these things people pick up on in your videos, but this is not to make you scared or nervous. This is a weapon that could be used, because you can aggressively use these things for your viewer. You can say, all right, I have fun. I'm gonna have fun with this video. I want this to be the best video I ever recorded in my life. Then when you record, that willingness to do it, the intention to do it will reflect and show on your content. That's half the battle. Number 2, creators becoming founders, building out teams, and assembling tools to help them start businesses while focuses on the art. Now I'm assuming they missed a couple words in there, but that's essentially like Kylie Jenner's like lipstick line. Like she makes like lipstick, right? Or makeup and stuff like that. That's what she did as a content creator, to leverage her position into the business world and make her wealth go tenfold. I'm pretty sure she was like the youngest billionaire or something. Wasn't it something like that? Ridiculous. But then the third one, which is the most important one, which gets into like the bigger picture of content creation outside of I make videos in my room for fun. You have creators gaining power in the media ecosystem as fans seek to connect with individual personalities rather than faceless publishers. This is like how someone who's famous on TikTok has more attention and more clout than a famous actor, than a musician. Or why musicians don't even have to go to MTV no more. They don't have to go on TV. They don't have to be played on the radio no more just to make a career. all because of social media. This is the power that individuals are gaining in these platforms and being able to compete on their own. Like, that's a huge shift, because then you get to stuff like this. Anybody know who that is? Jake Paul, right? Yeah. And then Floyd Mayweather. Two people you wouldn't even have thought would be in the same ring, let alone fighting each other on a publicized match, making money with each other. A vlogger, a YouTuber, fighting one of the most legendary boxers that has ever stepped foot in the sport of boxing. 50-0 in his career. These are the kind of things that happen when you, as a content creator, leverage yourself, leverage your brand, and drive people to see you. When people want to see you in things, if there's money behind it, it will be supported and you will do whatever you want. Like, just think about this right now. I was a university student. I should be coming back next semester, but I'm getting paid to speak to a class that I once was in. These are the kind of things you can do in content creation as long as you stay consistent and you stay on that purpose and on that track. You get to stuff like this. Do y'all know what that is? It's the B-Lou, Aiden Ross, rapper Mulatto, and another content creator, Zias. This was at a boxing event. This was TikTokers versus YouTubers. The fact that there's a whole boxing event hosted where people want to see some of the biggest YouTubers and some of the biggest TikTokers fight each other is ridiculous. None of them could fight. None of them have any skill fighting, but they got paid more than some professional boxers. Why? Because of their whole creator economy. There's a whole position of leverage between them and their audience. So with that being said, like, just always remember, if you have a version of yourself now that can't create videos every day, that can't create thumbnails, that can't edit, that can't get yourself up in the morning and really enthusiastically make those videos, and you just keep postponing it, all you gotta do is change. It's not that. It's no motivational speech. It's no big journey. It's nothing crazy like that. You just have to do something different. And speaking from experience, just start. You know what I'm saying? So that's the end of my speech, my Martin Luther King speech. Now I'm gonna be open to questions and any questions about the process and, you know, growing up, blowing up in it and stuff. You can see in the titles and the thumbnails, it's like crazy stuff, but that's how I abuse the algorithm. That's a part of the process, stuff like that. But yeah, that's it. You right here?
Was there, like, you said like you really got a lot of subscribers that 1 month in the summer? Was there like one video that you posted that blew you up? Or? Yeah.
Now see, after that video, your biggest video will not be your biggest video. Already in the beginning of the career, you know, what picked things up off the floor was me using TikTok and uploading clips to TikTok. A 15-second clip changed my life. It was one clip that I had dropped on there that got over 3 million views alone. And the part that took me from like 47 subscribers to like 1,000 and something overnight. So with that being said, once that video hit, what I started to do was I started to, like, you know, hop in the position that I was being thrown into, hop into the full content creator mode. I started uploading every day. I started going live on Twitch for 5 to 7 hours at a night. I was managing my own TikTok account. I mean, it's still like that where I'm my own marketing team, I'm my own editor, I come up with my own ideas, I do everything by myself around this brand. But that's just because I prefer to, because no one else can care more about myself than I can. No one else can I'm not gonna argue to someone how hard they should work for my brand. I just have to do it and set the standard, you know what I'm saying? But it do be that one video that changed your life. And it wasn't until my 70th video on YouTube that I started to get into the YouTube algorithm. But TikTok, I've mastered that like pretty early. I don't use it anymore though. And you in the back?
What made you want to start your channel, and when you made it, did you think that this would happen?
I'm a big believer in like manifesting. So even years before this, even before I had this channel, I had other channels and other like just stuff like that where I wrote down in my journal, get 1,000 views on a video, get 100 subscribers, get 1,000 subscribers, get 10,000 subscribers, 20,000. Now as I was growing, I was able to mark these things off after so many years of writing it down. So that was a big moment for me. But did I see myself doing this? The answer is yes. But before I blew up, it was a tricky space for me because, as everyone knows, when quarantine like first hit and we first got like kicked out of college, I mean, I don't know how old y'all are, but it like hit in the middle of my year. It just was like, that year after that was really rough. It felt like being in school but not being a student. Like it felt like doing work with no purpose. Logging in the Zooms, you know, I was falling off in classes. It was like a real depressing state for me. Like I felt like a little lost. So with that being said, part of the reason why I upload every day and stay so consistent is because I'd much rather be tired from staying up last night working hard than be tired from sleeping and waking up and sleeping again because I was tired and then going back to sleep. That's that like depression loop that you get when you're exhausted and you're tired. It's rough. You know what I'm saying? You right there?
Like what made you like stay motivated even when like you first started the videos like weren't getting out of the views yet?
Because remember I said the whole statement about like your purpose, like knowing why, my impact. So even when I was in school and then shifting to the videos, that purpose is still there, leadership and trying to impact the viewer. See, to me, even to this day, now I average about, I just had a video I dropped like a week ago and it almost has 200,000 views. It's doing very well. But on a regular video, I can get 40,000 views. I average 40,000 views. No matter what I upload, it's a vlog, whatever it is, you'll see that in my last 20, 30 videos, not one of them has dropped low between under 30,000 views. That came after the videos that got 0 views, the videos that got 1 view. Me being live on Twitch for over a year, paying the internet bill and stuff like that, and these bills are negatively impacting me because I'm not making money yet. So a part of me that, like I said earlier, why I don't like motivation, because when you look for motivation, that's like an emotion. Like you're looking for how you feel to be the barrier between you and that action. I don't look for how I feel to be the barrier between me and that action. I just do it. You know what I'm saying? I cut the slack out of the middle. So with the videos not doing so well early on, it didn't matter to me because as long as I was putting the content out there that was going to make the impact I wanted to make and live the purpose I wanted to live. So even now to this day that I'm 100,000 subscribers, I still have that same intensity in my videos. Some of them are entertaining. That's just because I like to diversify my content and not be like a one-trick pony with it. You right?
Have you collaborated with any other like content creators?
Not yet. That was one of my big things, like 100K no features. Like I'll put this on YouTube, but that was one of my big things, 100K no features, where I didn't want to collaborate with nobody. I wanted to just, you know, pick it up on my own, because a lot of times if you do that, this is me personally, like my pride. People would say they made you, and you might also get dependent on content, on collaborations. Like I'm not dependent on collaborations. I could not collab with someone and get 1 million, 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers. So me collaborating is more so me reaching my platform to another person. And another reason why I didn't collaborate is just because I wanted to bring something to the table. I didn't want to just, you know, go to someone's content and just eat off of their plate. You know what I mean? Anyone else? Any other questions?
Anybody else? Anything? I want you to talk about, I know in my office you brought up the fact that you had a YouTube channel prior. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Okay. Alright, so this is not my first channel. I don't think anybody has ever made it big off their first channel. But I had multiple channels before where I did like gaming stuff or like videos like on spirituality and stuff like that. And they didn't do as well. But those failed channels, they always like taught me something. So for like the gaming channel stuff, that taught me how to make my own thumbnails, how to use Photoshop, how to edit my videos, and how to do these things on my own when I couldn't get someone to do them for me, or just being self-sufficient and teaching myself everything I needed to learn in order to, you know, have my own channel booming. Then the other channel after that, when I created that channel, one of the things I learned from there is to not be shy on camera, to not act different on camera, just that authenticity that you should bring when you're being on camera, and the difference that it makes for the viewer, you know, not being worried about being boring. I remember that was another big deal from one of my last channels is, you kind of get on camera, you're like, why would someone watch me? Why would someone watch me? I might be boring, or, you know, I feel like you kind of feel like you have to do something to make people watch you, and that's not the case at all. You can just get on camera, and a lot of times your personality will stand out, even if it's a dry sense of humor, even if you have a bland personality. I promise you there's a corner of the internet for everyone. you can create a corner for your niche. One thing I do want to talk about as well is I feel like a lot of people worry about like blowing up and chasing the algorithm, but the trick is that you don't want to chase the algorithm. You don't want to chase the big video. You want to, it's three things in this dynamic. It's you as the creator, it's the audience, and then it's the algorithm. The algorithm chases the audience. So if you chase the algorithm, you'll burn yourself out. That's how a lot of content creators burn out, because they put so much effort in and their videos don't do as good because they're chasing the algorithm. But you want to make it in that three character dynamic that the algorithm is chasing you. And how do you do that? You make the viewer and the audience chase you. So you take the algorithm out by making your videos and being conscious of your audience, not necessarily the algorithm. Because a lot of people that make their videos and say, I want a viral moment, I want this to get 100,000 views. But you're forgetting that it'll be people like me, people like you, or just your mom, your dad that will scroll past that video and need to click on it. So it will be those people that drive your video, and then the algorithm will support you after that. I think that's one of the big deals people worry about, is like staying consistent.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Alright, so I just noticed, if you saw me looking, I just noticed your how long your videos are. You're doing a video a day, do you sleep at night?
Nah, I don't.
31 minutes worth of editing is not a...
Oh, I don't even edit. I don't. That's one thing about my videos too. I don't. I just record. That, but that adds to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I remember I used to have videos back in the day where I was like just getting used to not editing, and I would have moments during the video where like, I'm gonna edit that out, and somebody would comment, you didn't edit that out. So I was like, oh shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I got into the habit of not editing videos because I'm not trying to get anything right. Like I'm not trying to get it perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting on there, and I'm being relatable. I'm just a guy on a camera watching it. I might be breaking something down. I might be giving some knowledge in the video. Or I might just watch the video and it might just be pure entertainment. That's what, I feel like that's another reason like my videos do so consistently, is that people, when they watch my videos, you never know what you're gonna get. Even if the title might be some try hard ass serious shit, you're still gonna laugh during the video. You're still gonna find out how raw it is and how real it is when you see it. And you raised your hand?
Yeah, I was gonna ask like what you use to edit.
If I do edit, I use Wondershare for more, but I have to learn how to do something else after that because my free subscription kind of ran out. So either I pay that $99 a year or I get some other shit. So still debating about that.
But okay, I have another question. So like my thing, I have a podcast, and like my thing sometimes I'll think like, oh, why would someone like want to listen to my podcast? Because other people have a podcast and already have like platforms and stuff. So like, I'm like self-doubt. So like how, like if you dealt with that, how did you overcome it? Or like, what did you do?
Just remember, like, it's literally impossible to be you. It's even if I stalked you every day, copied you, wore your clothes, got your braids, like wore your shoes or something, I literally cannot be you. The algorithm knows that. People know that. Whether you realize it or not, someone else might have a podcast and might talk about the same topic. But that's the beauty of like diversity in the internet and inclusiveness. It's really an inclusive space. It's not really a competitive one. It might be competitive wise in the sense that I want my video to do better than yours, but that's if you think competing with others. I don't even think about other creators when I make my videos. I think about myself. I compete with myself. That's why I can upload every day. And if I'm sitting down, I'm like, no, I gotta upload, or I have to edit on this, or I have to call my accountant or call my attorney or something like that. That's because I'm looking at myself and judging. I'm not even thinking about somebody else's video. And with that being said, this is sustainable for your mental health, because a lot of times people do burn out if you put so much effort into a video and you just worry about the wrong things. Because you gotta remember, like, you have 24 hours in a day. So let's take 1 hour out, right? Let's say you took this hour out and you had a focused hour on what you wanted to talk about in the podcast, and then you actually did it and your podcast was, let's say, half an hour long. That same hour you could have spent hesitating. What if I upload this? Is somebody gonna watch it? Because a lot of times we overthink and we suffer from overthinking. But overthinking is not the issue. Inaction is the issue. So you need to learn to think in a way that makes you more dangerous, more effective, rather than a way that makes you hesitate. That's a big part of that. You right here?
Yeah, so you said you don't edit, but you watch, I don't see that you react to videos, kind of, so how do you not get, like, copyright problems with that?
you asked me, that's a good question. Like, it depends on the content creator. Like, most of these content creators, and the thing is, I know a lot of these content creators now. Like, a lot of times I'll react to a video and the person might DM me like, yo, that was hilarious. And a lot of people, like, I might collaborate with, like, you know. But, like, you don't get copyrighted. Unless it's a song. I know people who react to music, that's another ballpark. But I know they still eat, so can't be that bad. Ain't stopping them from eating that much. You right?
So if you have, like, what are your new goals, I guess? Or are you going to go back to school? Or do you have a plan for the future?
That's a part of my plan now where I still want to finish my degree.
Would you change your major? Or?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're trying to recruit.
Yeah. We'll probably go as a communications major because, and I'm a minor in Spanish, so I already speak Spanish. It'll be so it just works conveniently. Like I can, being as though I took this semester off, it kind of like offset my track. Like we're graduating spring 2023, and I still want to graduate spring 2023. So being in like the honors program, the way they have the classes is a lot of them classify under a communications major. So I have a majority of the classes, even though I have like 60 something credits as a cell and molecular biology major. All those credits that came from the other courses, I can now switch major, finish the requirements, test out of like a couple Spanish classes, take like 2 more of those. So the way it works out, one of my goals is to graduate, get my degree, and that's just for my family, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of my cousins graduated, neither of my parents graduated from college, so that's something I have to personally do, and I'm gonna make myself do. Another goal with the channel, 200K, 300K, 400K, 500K, collaborations, podcasts, you know, a couple big podcasting platforms tried to like interview me, but I couldn't do it at the time. So now I'm in a position where I can say, okay, what direction do I want to take my content and my brand? What impact do I want to make? But a big worry is that this is what happens. Content creators get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then now you're collaborating with celebrities, blue checks, and all these things. And now you're making videos and living a life that you never wanted to live. So that's how none of this like goes to my head, even though I talk about these numbers and the subscribers. On a day-to-day basis, I don't worry about these things. That's the crazy part. People who, I don't even say subscribe in my videos. I don't say like, comment, or subscribe. I don't even say none of that because I don't make my videos for subscribers, for likes, for comments. Now they do well, but the idea is that I make my videos for the viewer. So when the viewer responds well and wants to subscribe or wants to join the community or wants to like it, share it, or wants to follow me on Instagram, they do it on their own will. And a lot of times, that authenticity will separate you from other creators and make you more valuable because there are people who have triple my subscriber count, 10 times. What's good, YouTube? This is post-speech TyKwonDoe, man. So listen, speech was a dub if you ask me. I think the camera cut off at some point, so like, I don't know how much of it is missing, but I'm pretty sure I got the whole speech and then like into some of the rounds of the questions, but it was a good speech, bro. Like, I felt comfortable being up there. It felt good to have the opportunity to go up there, man. The class was like looking the whole time. Nobody was on their phone. People started to ask like really engaging questions. Like one girl asked, you know what I'm saying, what about like self-doubt? Like, what are you, you know, competing with other channels and why would somebody watch me? So overall, I felt like I did a good job when I went up there. I didn't really have true direction with this speech. Like I remember speaking to the professor. Oh yeah, this is like a bacon, egg, and cheese mukbang. I mean turkey sausage, really. Shit, bussin'.
It's your bussin'. How much again?
With the apple juice in the cut, man. Like I was saying though, really felt good to be up there and, you know, have the opportunity to do that. So shout out to that professor. Shout out to Westchester University. Shout out, you know, Dr. McCool for giving me the opportunity to come to that class and speak. That's the kind of shit I would rather do than actually like make videos and stuff like that. Obviously I have fun with this stuff, bro, But for real, I always wanted to have that engagement of speaking to people one-on-one, public speaking, and going out in the world and making a change and talking to people I'm actually impacting. Overall thoughts on it, bro? Like I was telling y'all, like I don't really get nervous when I think of public speaking, bro. Like I always look at it as something that I get to do. So like rather than like my mind telling me, oh, I gotta give a speech today, I get the feeling that, you know, it's a blessing that I'm in this position where I get to talk to people in front of a classroom and get to have the opportunity to be the guest speaker for the day. But I remember times nobody would even watch my videos. I had too much shyness, too much fear would interact with me being a speaker and stop me from speaking. Or the fact that I do have a story to tell, you know what I'm saying? I'm a young black guy from Philadelphia, bro. Making it on YouTube. 0 collabs, 0 clickbait, 0 faking my videos. I'm on this platform, a platform that already has a lack of diversity of content creators on a major scale, and I'm doing it by myself. I don't have no management team, no marketing team, no editors, like, and to come from the point of time where I remember, bro, having negative balances in my account. I remember wanting to stream and I couldn't even stream because my internet was just too slow. So now fast forward to all the money that I spent into my streaming setup, into paying the internet bill monthly. To have these bills pay themselves, bro, it's like, it's really showing that those investments I made in myself and that commitment I made is finally paying off. And like I said in that speech, bro, you're gonna remember the version of yourself that couldn't achieve nothing, that was lazy, not doing good. Become a better version of yourself. That's all, bro. Like, this is why it's so easy for me to do public speaking, because I can go up there and be myself. I don't have to go up there and pretend to be cool or talk in any special fancy way. Like, I just go up there and talk to the viewer and talk to the audience and just be authentic and genuine in my approach. So like I said, this should be like the end of that video. I hope y'all enjoyed the speech. I hope y'all enjoy like this IRL kind of content from me. Like I said, I'm gonna get more comfortable with this kind of stuff. Me personally, why I don't like that IRL type stuff is because I like to keep my life private. That's just how I am before and after content. I like a certain amount of privacy with my life. So as far as taking my camera out when I'm just enjoying myself, or, you know, trying to, what the fuck is that, DOJO? Or trying to force myself to record just because I'm a content creator, like that shit feels forced and cringe, bro. I don't really like that. So, but I am trying to get out of that comfort zone and bring y'all along and get y'all more included in my life and bring y'all along the journey, man. Cause I'm gonna be honest, like the class, bro, it was like somewhere in between like 20 to 30 students in there, mostly dance. But it was pretty interesting to be in a position where like, yo, I just was a student at this university in this position. Now I'm giving a speech about how I made it in content. Like, bro, shit just changes like this, bro. Overnight success does not happen overnight, dog. It's an interesting feeling, man. I just want to take a moment to thank God and say I appreciate how blessed and fortunate I am. That's why I get up and grind every day, bro. That's how I thank God. I pray, verbally thank God, but I'm thanking God through my actions. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm going out in the world and I'm trying to make a difference. I'm trying to communicate to people and lead by example. I'm not just thanking God in my prayer. I'm thanking God through my actions. And listen, I won't stop till I drop, my guy. Going to the moon, to Saturn, then we leaving the solar system.